All right, let's dive in. We're tackling European travel today, but specifically, how to make those travel dreams happen without spending a fortune.
Yeah, Europe often gets a bad rap for being expensive,
I know, right?
but honestly, that doesn't have to be the case at all.
You sent us some great stuff for this deep dive. We've
Yeah.
got those snippets from flightandhotels.com
Mm-hmm.
and that Exploring Europe, Affordable Destinations and Tips article. So, are you ready?
I am.
Let's uncover those hidden gems and like the savvy strategies that'll make you shout, Europe on my budget. Absolutely.
I love that.
You know what's interesting?
Really?
The article actually really digs into how Europe can be a haven for budget travelers. It talks about like low-cost airlines being on the rise
Right.
and how there were so many budget-friendly accommodation options.
Friends.
And get this, a wealth of free cultural experiences,
Oh, yeah.
like just waiting to be discovered.
I mean, so many.
They even talk about how Europe's amazing public transport systems can like not only save you money,
Yes.
but help you really experience cities like a local.
That's one thing that gets overlooked, I think.
Totally.
It's not just tea about, like, saving a few bucks here and there.
Mhm.
It's the fact that you get to really immerse yourself in the rhythm of the city. Instead of being stuck in a car, you're right there, zipping through, seeing the sights, hearing the sounds.
I mean, you're basically living like a local. Right.
Exactly.
And speaking of places, the article picks 6 cities that are budget travel superstars.
Okay.
First up, we've got Budapest, Hungary.
Oh, nice.
Now, they call it the Paris of the East.
Mmm.
I'm already intrigued. It's known for its stunning architecture.
It's beautiful.
The Danube River
Yes.
and, those famous thermal baths.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Have you been?
I have. It's fantastic.
Budapest is a fantastic example of a city that just punches way above its weight in value.
Yes.
It's so historically and culturally rich, but then it's surprisingly affordable.
You really can't beat it.
Like, think about it. You can get a 3-course meal in Budapest for the price of like a single appetizer in Paris.
It's wild.
In the article, it highlights Buda Castle, Fisherman's Bastion, landmarks that are just steeped in history.
Have to see them.
Okay, but give me a budget tip, something that'll make this trip even sweeter. What's like the insider secret?
Okay, free walking tours.
Okay.
They're an amazing way to, like, get your bearings, uncover hidden gems, and learn about the city from, like, passionate locals.
Cool.
Plus, you can snag some delicious street food like longos.
What's that?
It's this amazing fried dough.
Yeah.
You can get it with, like, savory or sweet toppings.
Yeah.
All for just a couple of euros.
Wow. Budapest is officially on my list.
Good.
And I think Krakow, Poland should be right up there too.
Yeah.
This article mentions Krakow's Old Town,
Sunny.
the vibrant arts and culture scene. And then, wait for it, it's a gateway to like some truly significant historical sites.
Yeah.
Places like Auschwitz-Birkenau, the Wieliczka salt mine.
Krakow is one of those cities that just stays with you,
Yeah.
The history is just tangible. It's in the streets, the buildings, the Wieliczka salt mine, a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh, wow.
You have to see it. Picture descending into this underground world, and everything, the chandeliers, chapels, everything's carved out of salt.
Oh, my God.
It's incredible.
Wow, that sounds incredible. I'm picturing like those intricate salt sculptures. Okay, so how do we experience like the magic of Krakow, but on a budget?
Okay, so a lot of Krakow's attractions offer free entry on certain days of the week.
Oh, nice.
For example, Wall Castle, you can explore that for free on Mondays. Plus, the city is super walkable, so you not only save on transport, but you get to really soak up the atmosphere.
So you're like strolling through medieval streets, you're stumbling on hidden courtyards,
Exactly.
and you get a glimpse into the lives of the locals.
Without spending a dime.
All right. From exploring history in Krakow, we're heading to a place where history meets the Atlantic breeze.
Okay, where?
Porto, Portugal.
Ooh, lovely.
I've heard amazing things about Portugal being budget-friendly,
Yeah.
and Porto seems like a total gem.
It is.
It's got culture, it's got coastal beauty.
Yeah.
Of course, the famous Portuguese charm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and wine. Did I mention the wine?
The wine, yes. The Douro River Valley,
Yeah.
renowned for its port wine production. It's just beautiful.
The article really paints a picture of Porto as a city that, like, invites you to wander.
Yes.
You explore
Uh-huh.
and just kind of lose yourself in this, like, captivating beauty.
Yes.
They mentioned the Ribera district
Oh, beautiful.
with, like, the colorful houses cascading down to the river.
Yes.
And the Dom Luis Eye Bridge, this iconic landmark with panoramic views.
It's breathtaking.
Okay, I'm sold.
I knew it!
What's the best way to experience all of this, but, like, without going over budget?
Porto's secret weapon. Local experiences.
Hmm.
Ditch the tourist traps, find those authentic, like little family-run restaurants. You'll get delicious food for a fraction of the price and get a real taste of Portuguese culture.
Love that.
And get this, a lot of wine cellars offer free tastings.
No way.
Picture yourself sipping ruby port overlooking the Douro River, all for free.
That's the magic of Porto right there. Free wine tastings. Okay, going straight to the top of my must-do list. Now, the article also mentions Livraria Lello.
Oh, yes.
It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful bookstores in the world. Neo-Gothic architecture.
Yes, it's stunning.
And an ornate, like, winding staircase.
You know, Neo-Gothic architecture is all about those details.
Okay.
Those pointed arches, the sense of grandeur. It's inspired by medieval Gothic styles. And in Livraria Lello, it just creates this ambiance. It transports you back in time.
Wow.
It's like a celebration of books and architecture in one.
From the charms of Porto, we're making our way to the heart of Europe.
Where to?
Prague, in the Czech Republic.
Ah, yes.
Renowned for incredible architecture. It's got that, like, mesmerizing blend of Gothic and Baroque styles. Plus, it's known as a budget traveler's paradise.
Always a good sign.
Always a good sign.
Prague, it's a city that just captures your imagination.
Yeah.
It's got that fairy tale atmosphere, those stunning architectural wonders. The Old Town Square with its iconic astronomical clock, the Tin Church, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture.
Wow.
And then there's the Charles Bridge.
Oh, yeah.
This pedestrian bridge lined with statues, and it gives you these panoramic views.
It sounds absolutely magical. What's the secret to experiencing Prague without, overspending?
Skip those pricey river cruises.
Okay.
Opt for a leisurely stroll along the Vltava River instead.
I like it.
You still get those charming bridges, those beautiful views, but without that, hefty price tag.
Perfect.
They also highlight the affordability of the local pubs.
Oh, nice.
That's where you can enjoy traditional Czech cuisine and, of course, the famous Czech beer.
Yes.
All without breaking the bank.
It's all about making smart choices that maximize your experiences and your budget.
Exactly.
So far, we've got Budapest.
Yes.
We've got Krakow.
Huh.
We've got Porto. But our budget-friendly European adventure doesn't stop there.
Yep.
We've got two more captivating destinations up next. Athens, the birthplace of democracy.
Wow.
And Sofia, a hidden gem in Bulgaria.
Sounds exciting.
I can't wait.
Let's do it. From the heart of Europe, let's journey back in time to Athens, the birthplace of democracy. It's a city brimming with ancient history and captivating mythology, all set against the backdrop of the Mediterranean.
Athens. The history buff in me is already getting excited. You've got the Acropolis, the Parthenon, the ancient Agora landmarks that have just captivated everyone for centuries. I'll be honest though, I've always thought exploring those historical treasures would be super expensive. I'm amazed the article lists Athens as a budget-friendly option, especially with all we hear about those pricey Greek islands.
You're right, those islands can be a splurge. But Athens itself offers so much value, especially if you're smart about your spending.
Okay, good to know.
The article mentions that a lot of historical sites offer free or discounted entry on certain days.
Oh, nice.
Like from November to March. You can explore many of those big sites for free on the first Sunday of each month.
Now that's a tip worth remembering. Just imagine, wandering through the Acropolis, taking in the Parthenon, all without spending €1. That's an experience that would stick with you.
Absolutely.
And of course, no trip to Athens is complete without the Plaka neighborhood.
Oh, it's lovely.
Narrow streets, those colorful houses, the smells of delicious Greek food.
It's a great place to find authentic souvenirs and really feel the local vibe.
And the food, oh my gosh.
Right. I mean, imagine fresh seafood caught that morning, flavorful gyros piled high with meat and tzatziki, or a comforting dish of moussaka.
Stop, you're making me hungry. From the wonders of Athens, we're moving on to a city that's piqued my interest. Sofia, Bulgaria.
Intriguing choice.
I'll admit, I don't know much about Sofia, but the article highlights it as one of Europe's least expensive capital cities.
It's a hidden gem for sure.
That's what makes it so intriguing.
Sofia is a real blend of East meets West, with influences from Eastern Europe and the Balkans. It creates this really unique cultural mix.
Interesting.
The article talks about Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, a prime example of Neo-Byzantine architecture. Soaring domes, intricate mosaics, just an aura of grandeur.
Wow.
And then there's Bojana Church, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its 13th century frescoes.
Okay, so Sofia sounds like this amazing mix of history and culture, all at a price that's easy on a wallet.
Yeah.
Any budget-friendly tips to make the most of it?
One of the best ways to immerse yourself and save money is through Sofia's street food.
Oh, I love a good street food scene.
Picture yourself in a bustling market, surrounded by the smells of grilled meats, pastries, spices. You grab a banitsa, which is a flaky pastry filled with cheese and spinach, for just a couple of levas.
Okay.
Or you go for a kebabchi, a grilled minced meat delicacy.
Yeah, that sounds delicious and affordable. Anything else?
They also recommend checking out the Central Mineral Baths. It's a historical landmark, and it's free to enter. The baths aren't in use anymore,
Oh,
but the building itself is an architectural marvel.
cool.
You can wander through, see the ornate details, and imagine a time when these baths were the social hub of the city.
Free thermal baths, delicious street food, that blend of Eastern European and Balkan influence. Sofia's officially on my list. This whole deep dive is showing that budget travel doesn't mean missing out on incredible experiences. Actually, choosing affordable destinations often leads to more authentic and memorable ones.
Exactly. It's about shifting your perspective. The most enriching travel experiences don't always come with a big price tag. It's about embracing the whole journey, connecting with those local cultures and those little moments that happen when you're open to the unexpected.
Speaking of making smart choices, let's shift gears to those excerpts you sent from flightnosehotels.com. From what I've seen, it seems like a fantastic resource for finding budget-friendly flights and accommodations.
What makes flighthotels.com stand out is it does the work for you.
Okay, how so?
Instead of spending hours on different websites, it pulls together and compares prices from tons of sources. So you're seeing the very best deals, even from smaller budget carriers you might not have considered before.
The article was really big on those flexible booking options on flightandhotels.com, like finding the cheapest travel days or looking at nearby airports. I hadn't even thought of that flying into a smaller airport outside a main city could save a lot of money on the whole trip.
It's all about those little tweaks, and the convenience is amazing. Having everything in one place,
Yeah.
searching flights, comparing prices, reading reviews, booking your stay,
Right.
all on flightandhotels.com. It takes away the stress of planning.
Totally. Okay, let's recap those money-saving tips the article highlights, starting with, the classic advice. Travel during shoulder seasons.
Good one.
Spring and fall, sometimes even winter, can be way cheaper than those peak summer months.
You'll save money, but you also get a different experience. Imagine strolling through Prague without those summer crowds,
Well, that sounds nice.
or enjoying the fall colors in Budapest.
I like it. What's next?
Next tip, embrace the budget airlines.
Ryanair, EasyJet, Wizz Air.
Exactly. They'll get you where you need to be without emptying your wallet. Just remember to pack light to avoid those baggage fees.
Good point.
And don't forget to factor in extra costs like seat selection or meals. Sometimes packing your own snacks can save you a surprising amount, especially on multiple flights.
Makes sense. The article also recommends taking advantage of free walking tours, which is such a great tip. It's the perfect way to get oriented, learn about a city's history and culture, and maybe even discover those hidden spots you wouldn't find on your own.
And remember to tip your guides on those free tours.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
They're sharing their passion and knowledge. A tip shows your appreciation and helps support them.
Good point. Another way to save money and really immerse yourself is using public transport, or even better, walking whenever possible.
Yes.
Europe is known for its amazing public transport systems.
From those efficient metros in Paris to those charming trams in Lisbon.
And walking, it lets you discover hidden corners, stumble upon those unexpected sights, and just really feel the rhythm of the city.
And don't underestimate comfortable shoes.
So true.
They can make or break your trip, especially with all the walking you'll be doing. Invest in some good supportive footwear.
Your feet will thank you. Okay, let's talk accommodation. The article suggests hostels, guest houses, and short-term rental apartments.
They save you money, but they also offer a different kind of experience. Hostels are great for meeting fellow travelers, guest houses give you that local feel, and rental apartments give you the comfort of your own space.
And many come with kitchen facilities.
Which can save a fortune on eating out.
Picture it. Starting your day with a homemade breakfast, using ingredients from a local market, enjoying it all on a balcony overlooking a charming European street.
It's those little things that make a trip special. And speaking of markets, the article really encourages embracing local markets. It's a way to experience local culture and get affordable, fresh ingredients. Think about the vibrant colors, the smells, the energy. It's a sensory delight.
I love that. Now, if you're planning on visiting multiple attractions and museums, the article mentions city passes.
City passes can be a smart move.
Okay.
They often bundle entry fees for popular attractions, which saves you money compared to buying separate tickets.
Right.
And many include free public transport, which is a huge bonus.
Totally. Okay, last but not least, the article suggests embracing the art of the picnic.
Ah, picnics.
This is something I can definitely get behind.
Picnics are a lovely way to slow down, enjoy the moment. Imagine picking up fresh bread, cheese, fruit, maybe a bottle of wine from a local market, then finding a nice spot in a park or by the river.
I love it. We've covered so much today, from hidden gems to those practical money-saving tips and, of course, invaluable resources like flightandhotels.com. I feel like I'm already there, walking those streets and soaking it all in.
That's the beauty of it. You don't have to wait. Start planning, start dreaming, and start exploring. An amazing European adventure is within reach, and with a little creativity and know-how, it can be more affordable than you might think.
You've given us so much great information and inspiration. What's the one question you'd like to leave our listener with?
With all these incredible and affordable options in Europe, which destination speaks to your heart the most? Which city's story are you eager to uncover?
It really is, isn't it? It makes you think about the real reasons we travel. It's about finding those connections, those stories that resonate with us.
You said it. And what I love about Europe is there's a story to be found everywhere you turn. From like the grand sweep of history to the everyday lives of the people who live there.
We've certainly uncovered a lot of those stories today, from the thermal baths in Budapest to the salt mines of Krakow, those charming streets of Porto, the ancient wonders of Athens, and then Sofia, that hidden gem. This whole deep dive has really changed how I think about budget travel.
I'm so glad to hear that. It's all about busting those myths and showing people that amazing experiences don't have to cost a fortune.
It's been such an eye-opener, not just exploring the places themselves, but learning the smart ways to make European travel accessible for everyone. And those resources, like flightandhotels.com, with its price comparisons and all those deals, they're real game changers for budget travelers.
Absolutely. Technology has changed everything about how we travel. Platforms like flightandhotels.com give the power back to the traveler. They help you make smart choices and have those incredible experiences without breaking the bank.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into affordable European travel, what's the one message you really hope our listener takes to heart?
I want them to feel inspired, empowered to realize that a European adventure is within their reach, no matter their budget. It's about being open to exploration, seeking out those authentic experiences, and creating memories that will last a lifetime.
You put it perfectly. Remember, exploring Europe on a budget isn't about limitations. It's about being creative, being resourceful, and having a sense of adventure. It's about enjoying those simple things, like a picnic in a beautiful park, a chat with a friendly local, a moment of awe under the arches of a cathedral. Those are the things that truly enrich a trip and stay with us long after we're home.
Don't forget, every journey starts with that first step. So start researching, start planning, and most importantly, start dreaming. Europe is waiting, ready to show its magic to those who are open to it.
And on that note, we're wrapping up our deep dive into affordable European travel. Safe travels, everyone, and may your adventures be filled with unforgettable moments and those budget-friendly discoveries that make travel so special.